We're ready to bring our next superstar for our Q&A. I'm so excited to speak to this incredible singer, songwriter. Please welcome Elena Rose.
I don't. Any side is good.
That's your mic. Welcome, Elena Rose. First of all, thank you so much for being here. I definitely want to start off with asking, since we're in Urban Outfitters and we're wearing basically amazing clothes. I love your style. If you can just talk a little bit about, or what would you say is your fashion style? How would you describe it?
We were saying before, bueno, first of all, hola. Thank you for having me. We were saying before, antes de entrar acá, I dress how I feel, you know? I think comfort is a big part of the way I express myself. I love neutral colors. They bring me peace. But I'm pretty transparent. Like sometimes I want to wear something like this, for example. And then some other days I'm like, no, that's too much. So yeah, depending on how I feel.
Okay, I love that. Elena, well, we've been seeing you this whole week. You had a showcase, which was great. You also moderated our Women on the Rise this year at Latin Music Week.
I was so nervous that day.
You did great. We definitely want to bring
Were
you
you
back.
guys, anybody here
It was
there?
so
You guys
good.
liked it, really?
So
Oh
good.
my goodness, I was
we
so
were
nervous.
we were all emotional just listening to the stories. As I was telling Mariah, you know, everyone just came from different backgrounds. Everyone had different struggles. It was a beautiful conversation. What would you say was your biggest takeaway from it? Because you also got emotional at one point.
Most definitely, man. I love stories, right? I've fallen in love with being a storyteller, but that also brings you the responsibility to understand that a story brings weight, you know, and energy, and you have to be prepared to open and actually be in that person's, you know, heart for like 2 seconds and be like, okay, let's talk about who you are, let me connect, what I can bring to you, etc. And in that example, I think it also opened up more of my purpose in the industry and how I feel God wants me to do something, you know, with dreamers and creatives. And my heart is open to educate myself, to be better for them. So it was an honor for me to be there. I gave my best, but I was very nervous because they're sharing, and I was the one responsible to lead them so they could speak their hearts out, you know, but also feel safe in that environment. So there was definitely a lot of praying before and then a lot of gratefulness, at least from my side. So thank you for being there. I appreciate it.
I know, it was beautiful. One of my favorite panels. Elena, obviously, you're one of my favorite songwriters. You've written for so many artists, and you also have you're nominated for how many Latin Grammys? A bunch, like 7.
One
5,
too many.
7? Yes, a round of applause for Elena. You're nominated for albums that you wrote for, like Cristina Aguilera's Aguilera, Sebastián Yatra's Dharma. How did you receive that news of your nominations?
It was beautiful. There's actually a video of the moment. I stayed up really late the night before working, so I completely forgot. But it's always, it's one of those days of the year de verdad, cuando me encoge así de sorpresa, es como tan, it's so beautiful. And it did. Monica from Sony ATV, she called me, and she was just yelling and going crazy, and then my dog was just like licking my face, and my best friends were there, and I feel so grateful because, and it happened in the showcase, you know, is the people around me that just make me feel so blessed to be doing what I'm doing, you know, and they deserve it. All those albums deserve a Grammy, you know. Whoever wins, you know, for me is a winner already. Like, I don't think I always say, you know, a good song doesn't define you, a bad song doesn't define you, a good day doesn't define you, a bad day doesn't define you, right? But I still appreciate that the Grammys is considering a Latina woman the way they are, and they're really taking care of me in that aspect and thinking of the hard work behind all of those projects that are amazing. And I couldn't feel any better, you know. Like, let's go. Hopefully, yeah. But I feel a winner already.
So deserving of every nomination, every award, every number one that you've gotten also as a songwriter on Billboard charts. And I love your story because it's a story of hustling. You really like pursued and worked hard for to achieve what you've achieved. Um, what would you, in reflection, what would you say are you most proud of to this day?
I'm proud. I kept going and I chose the good side, even when within that struggle, you know, when you're so hungry, you're just not really looking at what you're eating. You just need to eat, you know. But I'm grateful. I took deep breaths when I could, and I made right decisions that brought me here, and that I'm surrounded with people that, thank God, I listened, you know. I think part of being a singer and a writer is you always have something to say, and I think that is beautiful. Being a creative, you always have an idea to defend, but there is, I always say, silence is also music, you know, and that we have to learn to silence and listen, because you can really get saved from a big turn if you do. So I'm grateful for deep breaths and then making a decision.
Oh, I love that. Elena, we love asking these questions to songwriters specifically, but as a singer-songwriter, when do you know a song is done, that you finished writing that song?
Oh my goodness. I think, honestly, the night that you write a song, and this is usually my process. I write the song and I record it. And this happened to me with my album, that I wasn't able to record it again. Como que las voces que van a escuchar del álbum son las voces que grabamos the day that we wrote them. And we even have like people talking in the back sometimes, like the, ¿cómo se dice? El que las mezcla. How you say it in English?
The mixer.
The mixer, is having a tough time. Because he's like, Elena, what is this? I'm like, it's just the way it happened, you know? But I think the moment that I'm like, okay, this is beautiful, is when I see everyone in the room vibing. My prayer before going in the room used to be, please God, give me a number one hit, you know? It's the pressure that you're giving around, como que la gente te pone. And you're just in that state, and like a robot being like, all right, I just need a hit, I need a hit. And then my prayer started changing, because I wasn't really enjoying those hits like that, you know, like they would be number one, but I was like, yeah, it's amazing, thank you. But I think I started enjoying the songs more when I started enjoying the creative process more. And that means, you know, now I pray for everybody in the room to be happy, for everybody in the room to be connected, for everybody in the room to be, you know, to have a place and a space. So the song, you know, is part of all of us. So I think definitely that when I see everybody in the room going like this, or like even like already singing the song, like we're good.
I noticed that you say a lot of praying. Have you always been very spiritual?
Yes, ma'am. My mom is a very spiritual woman. We're not religious, but we have always had, you know, God in our lives, our own definition of God. And I thank that to her so much, because I remember when I told her I wanted to be a singer, she was like, oh my goodness, I've tried so hard to take care of you and you know, and protect you from the world. And that is a hard part of the world sometimes. But then She was like, okay, if you really want to do this, I'm going to give you all the tools you need. So when you're there, you're shining and you're bringing something to it, okay? So you don't let it change you and you change it.
What's inspiring you nowadays, personally and musically?
Personally, I gotta be honest, and lately, it's the people around me. And it makes me emotional, de verdad, porque it's, you get used to walking by yourself and alone. And, and me, especially with my relationship with God, I've always been like, yo, if I got you, like, I'm good. But then it's so beautiful to just, even my team, like the people that work with me every day, but then also the people that I meet, how they can inspire me, and how if my vibration, if what I'm doing is in a certain mood, the people around me are kind of a reflection and a projection of that. So I think the people around me make me be better, but also, just make me enjoy it. Like, enjoy this process. This is so beautiful. You guys put so much hard work into this, and then you are gonna bring it down in 5 minutes, and we're gonna go home. We're gonna eat some pastelitos, whatever. It's fast. That's how it is, and every day is faster. And I'm learning to enjoy the service that I do as well.
We do have, as I love asking this because we have a up and coming artists here that are also like trying to carve a lane for themselves.
Who's
finding
an artist here?
opportunities.
Well, y'all look like artists
Yeah.
already.
Any advice that you would give them that really you felt helped you, that truly, truly made a difference for you?
I think I'm still a student, right? I'm an eternal student. I think that is a big plus for whoever wants to achieve anything in life, right? My manager always says this, and I think he's on point with it. If you are the best in the room, you are in the wrong place. So I think that is a big one. Definitely, the people you surround yourself with. You don't need cheerleaders. You have to be that for you, But you don't need people telling you, yes, 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 yes. The no's they're good sometimes too, And also, like me, for example, growing up, my mom would always say, Elena is a rebel, but with a cause. If you have a purpose behind of what you do, that vision that you have is only yours, only you see it now, and now you have to find a way for the world to see it, but it's there. The talent that God gave you, He gave it to you for a reason. And it's only ours in this life. Probably when we go back, we're like, all right, we hand it to someone else that wants to live that experience, right? But it's not ours, so it's our responsibility to actually live it in this world. It's a world that is in constant change. It's an industry that even more lately has been changing and opening more. I think you're in the best time to be an artist because, thank God, we've been working so hard for the past years, so you guys have a place with dignity, with honor, that you can be whoever you want to be. But then that also comes with a responsibility, because then other people are going to be watching you, kids that want to do this too. So it's just, we're seeding, como que sembrando y recogiendo, sembrando y recogiendo, one day at a time, enjoying it, It's music. It's the closest thing we have to God here on earth.
Oh my
So
God.
I would take it like that, one day at a time. And I got you, whatever you need.
You have the best words, always.
Oh my goodness.
I want to end I want to end with this question because I'm so excited for what's coming. Please talk to us about that album that we've been waiting for. What can we expect? Any detail that you can share with us that we can say you heard it here first?
Of course. Bueno, and if you went to the showcase, a lot of the songs that we performed there are on the album. I feel because it's my first album, I've been working on it for my entire life, basically. It's very transparent. every song has a big, big piece of me. So I hope every song hugs all of you. We have amazing collaborations as well in the album with really amazing artists that I admire. It's coming out next year, around March, I think. Don't get mad, Melissa. That's and yeah, we have La Ducha remix coming out now, which was a very organic thing that happened with my friends, the girls that are going to be in the song. And then just start putting music out, man. It's still a process for me. I'm still finding myself, but I think I have a sound and something solid to give to you guys that I hope inspires you, you know, more than, como se dice, you as amazing creatives. I hope it inspires you to be you, because that is the reason behind that album. So I can't wait. I can't wait to share with you guys. But yeah.
I am so excited. Elena Rose, thank you so much. It's
Thank
always a
you for
pleasure to
having
speak to
me.
you.
Thank you for having me,
Thank
man.
you.
I love you. I love you.